Yeah, students, today I am going to start the topic under relations and functions. In that, I am going to discuss about the subtopic. Before to learn relations and functions, you should know about the Cartesian product. What is Cartesian product? So, I am going to discuss about the Cartesian product. Before Cartesian product, you should know about the ordered pairs. What is the meaning of ordered pair? Ordered pair. Generally, you use this word like ordered pair means combination of two elements like x comma y. This is called ordered pair. For example, 1 comma 2 minus 1 comma 5. This is called ordered pair. Two elements will be there. This is called ordered pair. Generally, in coordinate plane to represent a point in the coordinate plane, we use x coordinate, y coordinate. Say ordered pair. This is called ordered pair. Now here, how to write ordered pair? By using Cartesian product. Just this is the relation between two elements, right? Or this is called ordered pair. We use the word ordered pair. Now here, after learning this is just ordered pair means relation between two elements. The ordered pair. Now what is the meaning of Cartesian product? So when I am talking about the Cartesian product, so I am talking about Cartesian product. Cartesian product. When I am talking Cartesian product, you can consider two, let A comma B two non-empty sets. I will discuss even one of the sets is empty set. I will discuss. Suppose you have taken two non-empty sets. Let A comma B two non-empty sets. Then I have written. So the Cartesian product can be written as A cross B. This is called A cross B. A cross B is a set of, see, this is two non-empty sets. Then A cross B can be written as set of x comma y such that x belongs to A, y belongs to B. You choose the elements of first elements from A, second elements from B. This is known A cross B. So you can see, for example, let A is equal to, I have taken 1, 2. B is equal to, I have taken A, B, C. I have taken two elements A, B, C. Then I can write A cross B. So where is A cross? Very simple, I can write 1A, 1B, 1C. Because the first elements take from the first set. The second elements from the second set. You take now 2A, 2B and 2C. I can consider like this. So this is A cross B. So is it possible to find B cross A? Yes, we can find B cross A also. When you are thinking B cross A, so in B cross A, the first element should be in first set. So you take first, then you can write A1 and I can write A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Just use mod here, first element from this first set, second element second set you should use. Now check mod A cross B is equal to, is it A cross B equal to B cross A? No. These two are not equal. Why? Because you can see 1 comma is not equal to A comma 1. Understood? Easily we can say that. From that area, A cross B not equal to B cross A. Simply like A cross B not equal to B cross A. These two are not equal. In general, this A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Gives different. This is 1A not equal to A comma 1. So either you can remember this is Cartesian product. I can say Cartesian product is set of ordered pairs. Cartesian product is set of ordered pairs. So it's like we can define the Cartesian product. So we can define the Cartesian set of ordered pairs. So now here, just you define A cross B not equal to B cross A. So when can I say A cross B is equal to B cross A? If A is equal to B, I can say now A cross B is equal to B cross A. If A is equal to B, A cross B is equal to B cross A. A cross B equal to B cross A. If A is equal to B, Suppose A or B is empty set. If A or B equal to empty set, then A cross B empty set. Anyone, either A or B empty set, then A cross B is empty set. Suppose A and B are two non-empty sets, and either A or B is an infinite set, A cross B also. I will repeat. If A and B are two non-empty sets, A and B are two non-empty sets, either A or B are an infinite set, then A cross B also an infinite set. Then we can decide like that. But in general, A cross B not equal to B cross C. Suppose if you want to say two ordered pairs are equal, definitely when you are saying two ordered pairs are equal, suppose x comma y equal to A comma B. So definitely these two should be equal, these two should be equal. X is equal to A, y is equal to B. These two should be equal. So then we can say these two ordered pairs are equal. When I am saying those two are equal, those two should be equal. That we can say those two should be equal. I can express those two elements should be equal. At the same time, I can also find the number of elements in A cross B. Number of elements in A cross B. This is very simple to find number of elements in A cross B. So you can see here, when I have taken number of elements in A cross B, number of elements in A cross B, suppose A is having 1, 2, 3, 3 elements. B is having only AB. So then you can see here, elements n of A cross B equal to n of A into n of B. So number of elements n of A is 3 into elements in B 2, 6 it comes. Why? Because if you write Cartesian product, you can check here, you will get 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, it will come 3 into 2, 6 it will come. Even which is good n of B cross A, both are same, right? You will get the same thing, right? N of A cross B is equal to N of B cross A. That you can remember, right? The number of elements in A cross B is equal to N of A and N of B. Because we can find the number of elements in the Cartesian product using this formula, you can find it. Both are equal. Now here, I can also define, suppose, for example, here I can tell you, two ordered pairs are equal, they are given like a x plus 1, y minus 2 equal to 4 comma 5. Then what is x, what is y? They are given these two are equal. What is x, what is y? I can compare, since these two are equal, x plus 1 is equal to 4, x is equal to 3, y minus 2 is equal to 5, y is equal to 7. So I can consider like this, when x is equal to 3, y is equal to, these two are equal. So I can say these two ordered pairs are equal. I can represent like this. So here, always we can find different type of like we can find the Cartesian between two sets. We can find that. Even, see here, I can also think about, when you are talking about, this is ordered pair. When I have taken A cross B gives ordered pair. Suppose if I take A cross here like this, ordered triplet. Or I can say A cross B cross C. I can also represent A cross B we discussed. This is called ordered pair, it gives ordered pair. We have written like this, set of x comma y such that x belongs to A, y belongs to B. But when I have taken this is, I can write ABC such that ABC belongs to A. All three elements belongs to the given set. That way I can say all the three elements belong to the given set. I can write here, this is called triplet. This is ordered pair. I can say this is triplet, ABC is called triplet, I can say. The elements I have taken from the same set I have taken. I have taken the same set, right? ABC elements belongs to A. Three elements belongs to A, I have taken. This is called triplet. I can say this is triplet. Again, this is ordered pair. X comma is ordered pair. This is called triplet. Triplet. Generally, if you think about two-dimensional space, always we observe set of ordered pairs. In three-dimensional space, we observe set of triplets. You can see here, I will represent what is the meaning of two-dimensional space. When you are talking about the two-dimensional space, you can see R cross R. R is set of real numbers, R cross R, which is equal to x comma y, such that I can write x comma y belongs to R. So this R cross R represents the coordinates of all the points in two-dimensional space. This represents the coordinates of all the points in two-dimensional space. In two-dimensional space represents represents the coordinates of all the points in two-dimensional space. Correct. If you take any two-dimensional space, you can observe here. So every point should be ordered by right. I can write this is x1 y1, x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x4 y4. I can represent like this only two-dimensional ordered pair. When I am talking about three-dimensional space, what is the notation of three-dimensional space? They will write three-dimensional space means I can also represent R cross R cross R. You can see R cross R cross R. I can write set of x, y, z. So you can think about set of ordered way x, y, z. I can write that way such that x, y, z belongs to R. R is set of real numbers. I have taken all this. I have taken Cartesian product among these three. So what about this represents? So this represents set of all coordinate points. Remember, this represents the coordinates of all the points. Represents the coordinates of all the points. The coordinates of all the points in three-dimensional space. In three-dimensional space. So this is R cross R cross. Why? Because you can take it in three-dimensional space. Suppose you think about that. This is three-dimensional space. If we take, you can observe here. For every point, the two-dimensional for every vertex having two lines, passing through two lines. Here passing through three lines, right? So this is what we can see here. To represent this point, to represent this point. Suppose I can represent this point, I can represent this point, I can write A, B, C. Three coordinates, length, breadth and height. So that is three dimensional, right? For every vertex, I can draw three lines, right? So let it be this is origin. I am giving the point like this. I can represent the points here, passing through this. Suppose if you take this is x-axis. So this is y-axis. So this is z-axis. I can represent this is z-axis. So this point on x-axis I can consider A0, 0 and y-axis 0, B0. I can represent the point on z-axis. This point I can represent 0, 0, C. This is three-dimensional space. So this is triplet R cross R cross R. So you will get triplets. So this belongs to all the points, the coordinates of all the points in three-dimensional space. Now here, I can also discuss one more point here. After that, I will discuss about the problems of in 5.1. Now you can see what I am going to discuss now. You can see here, after discussion of this, just whenever you are finding cross product, you can see here. What I am saying here, when I am taking the cross product, suppose you take A is equal to 1, 2, 3. I have taken B is equal to, I will write 2, 3, 4, 5. I have taken like this 2, 3, 4, 5. Now my question is, when I have written AB, how many number of ordered bits will be common in A cross B and B cross A? How many number of ordered bits will be common in A cross B and B cross A? You take A cross B. Suppose if you take A cross B, you can check here. You will get 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 2, check 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. So this is A cross B. Now you take B cross A. When I have taken B cross A, just observe here. When I have taken B cross A, in B cross you can think 2, 1. I can write 3, 1. Sorry, 2, 1. I can write 2, 2. 2 2, 2 3, so 3 1, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, next to 5 1, 5 2, 5 3. You find a B cross A. If they given finite number of, it's easy to find it. If they give more than that, it's difficult to write A cross and B cross, finding the common elements. If they give bigger number, if they give bigger, it's difficult. We can see here how many common ordered pairs are there. You can check here. How many ordered are? You can verify here. You can check the 2 2 is here, right? 2 2 here, 2 2, definitely 2 2 here, and you can say 2 3 is here. Here also 2 3 we have 2 3. And you can check that any common ordered pairs are, you can verify here. Check, you can check here 3 2. Here also 3 2 we have, 3 3 also we have, 3 3. You can find any other common elements? Nothing. 4 1. No combination of that. See, you can observe here the common ordered pairs are 4. That means I can write A cross B intersection B cross A equal to, I can write intersection of these two, I can write 2 2, 2 3, 3 1, 3 2. When I am talking number of this, how many number is there? When I am talking number of this n of A cross B intersection B cross A equal to, you will get 4. Correct? You will get 4. This 4 is nothing but, this should be equal to, this 4 is equal to, always remember, when I have taken these 4 elements, this is nothing but n of A intersection B whole square. N of A intersection B whole square. N of A intersection B whole square, you can check. What are the common elements of A and B? 2 elements. 2 square 4. So finally, after learning this, you can decide. You can see here A and B having elements, you can verify now. You can verify. What I am discussing here, what about A intersection B? A intersection B is equal to only 2, 3. See, a number of A intersection B whole square, 2 square, that is 4. This should be same, right? So finally, what's our conclusion now? Whatever the problem, whatever the conclusion, n of A cross B intersection B cross A should be equal to n of A intersection B whole square. So this is possible always. You can remember. When it is finite, you can do whatever the elements of A and B. If they are common elements, you can use this relation. If you use easily, you can find it. Correct? You can find easily. You can find that this is equal. You can find it. Now I am going to discuss about the exercise 5.1. Just within 10 minutes, we will complete the 5.1 exercise. So these are the things is required in the Cartesian product. So the exercise 5.1. These are simple exercise. I am going to exercise 5.1. The exercise, sorry, 2.1, not 5.1, sorry, 2.1, sorry, 2.1. The exercise is 2.1. 2.1. See the first problem. If the given, if ordered pair x by 3 plus 1, y minus 2 by 3, which is equal to 5 by 3, comma 1 by 3. They are given this. Find the values of x and y. Find x and y. They are asking for what the values of x and y. When you compare, they given this is given equal. So corresponding element should be equal. You can equate this x by 3 plus 1 equal to 5 by 3. I can write y minus 2 by 3 equal to 1 by 3. So you can see this one, correct? I can write x plus 3 by 3 equal to 5 by 3. Right? X is equal to 5 minus 3, 2. Here also same thing, 3y minus 2 by 3 equal to 1 by 3. Correct? So 3y minus 2 is equal to 1. 3y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 1. So x is equal to 2. Y is equal to 1. Just since when the given ordered pairs are equal, the corresponding element should be equal. The first element should be equal, the second element should be equal. they can find x and y. Now consider the second problem. If the set A has three elements, see the second problem. If the set A has three elements, they are given. If the set A has three elements, and the set B is equal to set of 3, 4, 5. Then find number of elements in n of A cross, the number of elements, then n of A cross B. They are asking the n of A cross B. So we can know here A has three elements because n of A is equal to 3. N of B is equal to 3. Right? Because I can write n of A cross B equal to formula we know n of A into n of B. So 3 into 3, it gives 9 elements. Just multiplication of those two. See the next one. If Z is equal to 7, 8, Z is equal to set of 7, 8, H is equal to set of 5, 4, 2. Find G cross H and H cross Z. They are asking Cartesian product of those two. They are asking Cartesian product of these two. Now you can see this is a very simple to write Cartesian product here. Now you can see how to represent this one. I can write G cross H. So take the first element, write 7, 5, 7, 4, 7, 2, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 2. Correct? Now you can find H cross Z, Cartesian product of these two. I can write 5, 7, 5, 8. First element 5, 7, 5, 8, 4, 7, 4, 8, 2, 7, 2, 8. Right? I can find like this. Clearly we know that these two are not equal. G cross H is not equal to H cross Z. That we can write. Now think about the fourth problem. When they are talking about the fourth problem, just look at the fourth problem. Just what they explained the fourth problem. State whether each of the following statements are true or false. State whether each of the following statements are true or false. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. First one you think they are given P is equal to set of m comma n, Q is equal to set of n comma m. They are given this. Then P cross Q. So then P cross Q is equal to set of P cross Q m comma n. They are given m comma n, n comma m. They are given these two. They are given right m comma n, n comma m. They are asking if the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. They are given these are the two ordered pairs, right? When they are given two ordered pairs, you can think here when they are given two ordered pairs, but you can see here two elements, here two elements. Total, if you think about number of elements in Cartesian in P cross Q should be 4, but I have got only 2. That means this is false, right? They are given this is false. So you should rewrite, correct it now. So the required one. So P cross Q is equal to again write m n. So m m again at m m. Next n comma n, n comma m. So this is required. This is right one, right? This is right. You should rewrite like this. The second one. If A and B are non-empty sets, they are given the second problem is this. If A and B are non-empty sets, if A and B are non-empty sets, if A and B are non-empty sets, then A cross B is a non-empty set of, then A cross B is a non-empty set of A cross B is a non-empty set of ordered pairs x comma y, non-empty set of ordered pairs, they give non-empty set of ordered pairs x comma y such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. This is true, right? So the statement is true. If it is false, you should rewrite. This is true, right? When they are talking two non-empty sets, when I am taking Cartesian product, set of x comma y such that x belongs to A, y belongs to B, this is true. Third one, if A is equal to set of 1 comma 2, if A is equal to set of 1 comma 2, they are given A is equal to set of 1 comma 2, B is equal to set of 3 comma 4, B is equal to set of 3, 4, then A cross B intersection empty set is equal to empty set. They are asking then A cross B intersection empty set equal to empty set, right? They are given out about this. This is true or false? Think about whether B intersection empty set. We know that B intersection empty set is empty set, right? If we take any set, intersection with empty set is empty set. This is empty set. So from this, what can we conclude? So A cross Cartesian product, this is empty set. So it gives empty set. This is true, right? This is given statement is true. So that is true, right? Cartesian product of any set with empty set gives empty set. That will be the true, right? Now the fifth one, if A is equal to set of minus 1 comma 1. The given fifth one, if A is equal to set of minus 1 comma 1, find triplet. The given A is equal to set of minus 1 comma 1, find A cross A. They are asking to find triplet. Correct? They are asking to find triplet. When they are asking to find triplet, this is very simple to find. First I will find Cartesian product. I will find Cartesian product of ordered pair A cross A. So I will find A cross A. Then you can think A cross A minus 1 to 1 cross minus 1 to 1. First I will check this. So I will write minus 1 to minus 1, minus 1 to 1. Again take the first element 1. 1 to minus 1, 1 comma 1. I got A cross A. After finding A cross A, then I will try A triplet. A cross A cross A. This is triplet I will get. So these are the elements along with A, right? Along with A. So you will get minus 1, minus 1. So first element minus 1. I can write minus 1 with 1, right? I am using a triplet. So minus 1 with minus 1. Minus 1 minus with 1. Next minus 1 with minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1. You write minus 1 with 1, right? You will get like this minus 1 with minus 1. Minus 1 with 1. Now this taking this one. 1 minus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 using this one. You fix this 1 minus 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 with this over again with this 2 ordered pairs again. 1 again 1. You write 1 minus 1 with 1. What I have done, first this is easy to write. After writing that, no triplet cross A. You take this element as it is minus 1. Again this one as it is with 1. After that you take this minus 1 comma 1 with minus 1. Minus 1 comma 1 with 1. Again you take third element of this. 1 minus 1 with minus 1. 1 minus minus 1. 1 minus 1. Again you will get 1. Then 1 minus 1 triplet. So like this we can find, you will get number of elements in this will be 9, right? You can see here this is 4. You get 4 into 2. Total will get 8. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 8. So I can find number of elements as I can find here. Number of elements in A cross A is always n of A into n of A into n of. They didn't ask here. I'm telling like that also they didn't ask the question. They are asking only to write this. Even if I write this will be equal to 8. I can multiply like that. This will be equal to 8. Now coming to the sixth problem. Just look into the sixth problem. So when I'm talking about the sixth problem, that's very simple problem. Sixth problem. Just say the sixth problem. If A cross B is equal to, if A cross B equal to the given set of AX, AY, AX, AY, AY, BX, BY, BX, BY, they're asking, then find A and they're asking them find A and B. They're asking find A and B. So they are given clearly A cross B. The set of first elements, is in A. So A is equal to, no need to repeat the set, no need to repeat the element. So I get only A means A, B means AB. So B means set of second elements. So XX and Y, only this one it becomes A is equal to A comma B, B is equal to set of X comma Y. Next, seventh one. Let A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. See the seventh one. A is equal to the given 1, 2. A is equal to 1, 2. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4. And C is equal to set of 5 comma 6, set of 5, 6. And D is equal to set of 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. These given elements, right? All the four fields they are given. They are asking verify that. Verify that. They are given the first one, verify that. So they are asking verify that. You see the first one, verify that A cross B intersection C is equal to A cross B intersection A cross C. So this is the first result, A cross B intersection A cross C. Second one, A cross is a subset of B cross D. A cross C is a subset of B cross D. They are asking to prove A cross is a subset of B cross D. They are asking to verify these two. So I can find first B intersection C. Left hand side, I can say B. What is B intersection C? If we take B and C common elements, see here, when I am talking B intersection C, there is no common element. So this is empty set, right? This is I get empty set, no common elements. Then if you find whenever in Cartesian product, whenever one is empty set, the result will be empty set. So you will get A cross B intersection C will be A cross empty set will be empty set, right? Now you think about A cross B intersection A cross C. You find A cross B. If you find A cross B, you can check. You will get 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. You get 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, right? 2, 4. This is A cross B. Find A cross C. If you find A cross C, you can see 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, right? 2, 5, 2, 6. Check that there is no common elements in these two. Clearly you can see, no, we can't find any common elements, right? A cross B, intersection A cross C. Then at the idea, common elements anywhere, right? No common elements. If we take intersection of this, so what it comes? Empty set, there is no common. So I can say therefore, I can conclude the result. I can therefore, I can write A cross of B intersection C equal to A cross B intersection A cross C. I can mention this, right? That is the result is true. The given result is true. Now I am going to verify A cross is a subset of B cross D. So A cross is a subset of B cross D. We will verify that. See that to verify that, I want here just to verify A cross C. I know A cross C I have. We will write again. You can see that. Now the second problem. In the second one, A cross C. Find A cross C. If we find A cross C, you can see 1, 5, 1, 6. I can write 2, 5, 2, 6. This is A cross C, right? Simple to write A cross C. Then we try to write B cross D. So if we go for B cross D, check that. And after B cross D. So they are given B cross D. So 1 5. So 1 5, 1 6, 1 7, 1 8, right? 1 8. Again with the 2. I can write 2 5, 2 5, 2 6. I can write to 2 7, 2 8, right? 2 8 with the 3. If it is with the 3, you can write 3 5, 3 6, 3 7, right? 3 8. See. For every, because we have so many 4 into 4, you should get 16, right? So 3 8, next with 4, you can write, I can write 4 5, 4 6, 4 6, 4 7 and 4 8. Total we have 16, right? You find this, now you can check, is it a subset of B cross D? You can find here. This is A cross C element, 1 5 is it here? Yes, 1 5 is here, here also 1 5. 1 comma 6 x 1 comma 6 1 comma 6 2 5. I will check here. 2 5 is it here? 2 5, yes, 2 5 is here, right? 2 5 is here, right? Next 2 6, yes, 2 6 here. Yes, because what is the meaning of subset? Suppose if you are saying this is subset of that, B cross C should have the elements of A cross C, right? All elements should be there, right? Now you can verify. Therefore, since we have observed all the elements of A cross C are the elements of B cross D, so B cross C is having all the elements of A cross C. Therefore, A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Correct? The given result is true. That is true, right? So that is a problem. What we observed in 7th one. Now in 8th problem, another 5 more minutes we can complete this. So you can look into the 8th problem. These are simple problems now. So look into the 8th problem. Just 8th problem. You can see the 8th one. So when I talk about 8th problem, they are given A is equal to 1 comma 2, A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to set of 3 comma 4, B is equal to set of 3 comma 4, write A cross B. They are asking write A cross B, write A cross B. How many subsets will A cross B have? List them. How many subsets? They are asking how many subsets? How many subsets how many subsets will A cross B have? How many subsets will A cross B have? That they are asking. Again, list them. They are asking list them. They are asking subsets of that. They are asking list them. Now you can observe here. First they are asking to write A cross B. First you will write A cross B. If I write A cross B, I can write here. You will write 1 3, 1 4, 2 3, 2 4. I can write like this, right? This is A cross B. When they are talking how many subsets will A cross B have? Suppose if a set is having n elements, the number of subsets is 2 power n. If A is having n elements, the number of subsets of A is 2 power n. When they are talking about the subsets of the given set, that is called power set. Correct? What is the meaning of power set? The collection of all the subsets of the given set is known as power set. The number of elements in power set is 2 power n. What is here number of elements in A? Similarly, you can think we have 4 elements here. So I can write the power set of this. So number of how many subsets will A cross B have? Number of subsets of A cross B, I can discuss about that. Number of subsets of A cross B. Number of subsets of A cross B is equal to 2 power n of A cross B. This is A cross B, right? We know that here how many elements? Total we have 4 elements. 2 into 2. 2 power 4. We will get 16. We will get 16 we should get. That means list them. They are asking list them. See if I list, I should get 16. 16 subsets I should get. Always remember, empty set is subset of any set. Here also I can take empty set is one of the relation. No, not relation. They are talking about only subsets of A cross B. They are talking only what about subset of A cross B they are asking. Subset of A cross B. So when they are talking subset of A cross B, I should write 16, I should write, right? So from that, suppose if you write, you can see list them. This one I can write. Entire A cross B also I can write. Entire A cross B also I can write. This is entire A cross B. then again set of 1 3, having only one element, right? Again set of, I can write only single ordered pair, singleton set of, I can write 2 3, right? 2 3, I can write set of, I can write this one 2 4, right? Single order, single, this is single set, right? Single element. Now taking 2, I can write set of 1 3 1 4, 2 2 I am taking here. Set of 1 3 2 3, set of 1 3 2 4, 1 3 2 4, 1 3 2 4. See here what I have done here, 1 3 1 4, 1 3 2 3, I have written 1 3 2 4, 1 3 2 4, I have written. Now what I will do now, with combination of this 1 4, x 1 1 4 2 3, I can write 1 4, I can write, see I have written, should be write 2 4, elements you should write. What I am writing here, 1 4 2 3, 1 4 2 3, and 1 4 2 2, 1 4 2 4, the combination of this, right? 1 4 2 4. Next I can write 2 3 2 4, right? 2 3 2 4 I have written, right? You can see how many I have written here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 I have written. 2 3 2 4 I have written, right? 12 I have written. Another 4 I should have, total 16, right? We will get total 2 4 4 16. And you can see I have written here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, another 4. Combination of 3 3 I should write. So what is the combination of 3 3? You can observe here. When I am talking about the combination of 3 3, you can also observe a combination of 3 3. So what I will write here, suppose you take combination of this, I can write 1 3 1 3 1 4 2 3, right? I can write 1 3 1 4 2 4, right? I can write this one 1 3 1 4 2 4, again 1 4, again 1 4 2 3, 1 4 2 3 2 4, I can write, right? The last one I can write 2 3 2 4, 2 3 2 4, 2 3 2 4 1 3, 1 3, total 16 you will get. Total 16 you can check. 3 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. We have 16 subsets we will get. Number of subsets of A cross B 16. These are the 16 I have written here. Now the ninth problem. Let A and B two sets. The ninth problem. Let A and B two sets. Let A and B two sets. Let A and B two sets such that the given let A and B two sets. The ninth problem. Let A and B two sets such that n of A is equal to 3, n of B is equal to 2. The given elements of this n of B is equal to 2, and the given if set of x comma 1 and the given y comma 2 z comma 1 are in A cross B. The given are in A cross B. These are the only, these elements are in A cross B. Are in A cross B. Okay. Are in A cross B. These elements are in A cross B. Are in A cross B. Then find A and B. They are asking find A and B. They are asking find A and B where x, y and z are distinct elements. They where x, y and z are distinct elements. Where x, y and z are distinct elements. Not all equal, right? All are distinct. They are distinct elements. Distinct elements. They are asking find A and B. So look into this. All are distinct elements. I can find x, y, z. So I can write A is equal to x, y, z. Because we know 3 elements are there. B having only 2 elements. So B is equal, you can see different elements 1, 2, 1. So we will do 1, 2. So this is A is x, y, z. B is 1, 2. The last problem, this is a very simple problem. See, the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. The last problem. The Cartesian product A has 9 elements, right? You can see about that. They are saying here, the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements. They are given this, right? Here it has 9 elements. The Cartesian product has 9 elements. The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. Find the set A. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A, and the remaining, they are given, and the remaining, they are asking, and the remaining elements of A cross A, remaining elements of A cross A. So these they are asking here. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. When they are asking, it's very simple here. It has 9 elements is given, A cross A, which are the found minus 1, 0, 0, 1. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. When they are observed here, the given elements different. You can see, look into 2 ordered pairs. A cross A, definitely A is having the elements, so we can see here minus 1, 0, 1, right? Because all different elements are here, minus 1, 0, 1. They are asking here, find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. First you find A cross A, then again find A cross A, right? If I write A cross A, the remaining elements you can conclude that, right? If I triplet, this no not triplet, this is ordered pair, right? These are having 3 elements. We will get only ordered pairs, not triplet, we will get only ordered pairs. So you can see set of minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0, minus 1, 1. You write 0, minus 1 and 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0, 1 with first element 1, minus 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. We got, you can see 3 into 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are asking, find the remaining elements of A cross A. The remaining elements of A cross A is equal to x of these two, minus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, comma 1. Where 0, comma 1? Just 0, comma 1. After you write the result, therefore you write the remaining elements of A cross A are, you write except these two, you write all other. The remaining elements of A cross A are, except these two, you write all. That will be the conclusion. Don't stop with this. They are asking remaining elements of A cross A. After finding A cross A, therefore the remaining elements of A cross A are, you write except these two, you write other 7, you write. So that will be your answer. So with this I have completed the 2.1 exercise completely related to Cartesian product. The next session or next video I am going to do completely relations. Completely I will explain relations, and I will do the next exercise 2.2 also. The levels slowly I will increase that. I will do the parallelly, I will do the first level of like PUC and CBSE. After this exercise, NCERT exercise, after that I will do continuously I will do the JEE level also, KCET or JEE level. Now ಆ ತರ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ NCERT ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.